when you are a very tiny independent production company like Runic Productions and Spirit Chronicles, you end up wearing a lot of different hats. Hats you never expected to wear. So obviously I am the primary clairvoyant investigator. I do readings on the space, readings with the individuals that we're interviewing. I also do things like clearing the space, healing different houses, and helping individuals that that are ready to move on be able to. I don't like to leave things behind that that need to move on, that don't belong here, especially if they're in a position to cause any mischief for people, especially if kids are involved. The other hat that I wear, which I didn't expect, is I am primary for the photography and videotaping, the filming. Didn't expect that one. Really happy about it. But it's not something that I ever imagined I'd be doing and really enjoying doing. It almost feels like something I was always supposed to do. I'm sure everybody's had those aha moments, those times when you touch something that feels so right, that feels like it is such an integral part of you, you can't imagine it not being there, that it feels like it's always been there. And that's how I feel taking photographs and doing the filming. It feels like it's a skill that's always been there, and the really great part is that it's a skill that actually in present time hasn't been, so I get to also learn as I'm going, which is pretty cool. And besides those hats, I'm obviously the co-owner with Trace of Runic Productions. We collaborate on all of the writing, so I get to write, which is a wonderful thing and definitely part of me. This season on Spirit Chronicles, we have some amazing, amazing episodes coming up. We got the wonderful good fortune and blessings to interview some really extraordinary people in Sedona, Arizona. I'm not going to tell you too much and give it away. You're just going to have to watch. We are going to be going to New Orleans. And that will be during Halloween, and we'll be setting up interviews with some of the wonderful artists there, doing investigations in, oh, I don't know, possibly one of the cemeteries. Not going to tell you which one. Just going to have to come and watch. And of course, dressing up, maybe. We'll see. You'll have to see if you can find us. Where's Waldo? Wandering the streets, being deviant. Oh, did I say that out loud? And of course, can't forget our special episode airing in December that answers the question, what do you feel is going to happen in 2012 and 2013? We've been asking people on the street, we've been asking clairvoyants, we've been asking shamans, everybody that we can possibly ask, every person that we've interviewed so far. The reason is that we don't feel it's anything to be afraid of. We don't feel like it's a bad thing that's coming. We feel like it's a really good, positive step for the entire human race. And so tune in, get a different perspective. The most exciting thing about being a part of Spirit Chronicles, it's kind of hard to pick just one thing because really for the first time I find myself in a unique position of being a 48-year-old who is out of shape and overweight, and who was in the banking industry for probably close to 25 years, finding herself actually doing something that's in line with what I care about, that allows me to be creative and spiritual and passionate about what I'm talking about and what I'm creating for the first time, I think, in my life, where it's truly for me, but that the conversation is so much bigger than it's for me. It is the connection that I've been talking about, that it's not just for me, it's for everyone that we come in contact with, everybody that sees our show, everybody that we interview. It's this this way of connecting and actually creating positive change that goes out into the world. That's probably the most exciting thing, because I feel like I'm actually honoring my life by doing this. It's been almost 5 years now. My anniversary for my double bypass heart surgery will be October 25th. That'll be my 5 years. And so this show allows me to honor that I was gifted with life, and to bring that gift out into the world. That's the most exciting thing I can possibly think of. As a clairvoyant, I see things, I hear things, I know things. And that's been true my entire life. What makes me maybe a little bit more unique, although there are many people that have gone through the clairvoyant training, is that I am actually professionally trained as a clairvoyant through the Berkeley Psychic Institute, the Sacramento Mission, which is part of the Church of Divine Man. And I've been in training for the past year and a half to become an associate minister who focuses on spiritual counseling and being a clairvoyant minister. So that what I bring is a little bit different in that I have tools. I have tools that help protect my space, that allow me to go into a situation and be protected and know what's there, know what's going on, have a better idea, I think, of what could possibly be going on that may be different from someone else's take, because I look at energy. I not only look at energy, but also the energy of the house, the people in the house, to be able to separate it out. The energy of the actual earth, is that whatever is going on part of the earth, part of what's happened on that land. And to be able to make those distinctions, I think, is really important. It helps to I think, kind of drive the scientific part of the investigation. Part of that is kind of a validation back and forth, I think, which is really important. The other part is that because I have completed my bachelor's degree in clinical psychology, and I'm currently in the master's degree program for transpersonal psychology at Sophia University, formerly known as Institute for Transpersonal Psychology. What that gives me a little different than maybe some of the other clairvoyants is that I actually do have a background in scientific research, that I can look at statistics, I can look at scientific evidence with a scientific eye and also a clairvoyant eye, so that I can do both. I can bring both of those together, which is why they do work so well together. Why it's a natural thing for them to be together, because it works better that way. So current events are getting kind of crazy. We have the entire Middle East exploding in fear and anger and hatred, and they're meeting harsh words with violence against people. And I felt like I would be remiss if I didn't somehow address what I'm seeing, what I'm noticing, especially as we're coming toward the end of this year. What's happening is a tremendous amount of fear across the globe, and it's pointless. There really isn't any foundation in it. The world isn't going to end. The planets aren't going to collide in a fiery ball of molten lava and fire. We are heading towards something that is extraordinary. We're heading towards something that will bring the planet together, not tear it apart. What's tearing it apart is the fear. Where that fear comes from, in part, has to do with the perpetuation of it. That if one person thinks one way, that they must be against how you think, and vice versa, and that creates fear. And when people have fear, they act out. They want to protect themselves, they want to protect their family, they want to protect their country. When you have an entire globe that is wrapped in fear, all they want to do is protect themselves and the people that they love. Fear is pointless, though. It's a lie. It's an illusion. We're not running from dinosaurs. There isn't anything out there but us killing us. Everybody's posting on Facebook and Twitter and watching Fox News and reading the newspaper and going online and talking about the atrocities that are happening in Libya, and it's horrible. It breaks my heart. And if we actually want to see change, like Gandhi said, be the change that you want to see in the world. Part of that is letting go of the anger. Part of that is letting go of the judgment of other people. Every single person across the globe is your brother and sister. They are your family. Until we can actually embrace that across the globe, we'll continue to live in fear. We'll continue to have violence. It's time to let go. That's what this is about. That's what this energetic culmination of cosmic occurrences is about. It's not to tear us apart. It's to bring us together. In order to come together, we have to truly love ourselves and love our brothers and sisters. Namaste.